Hi, Deborah. How are you?
I think my speaker is unmuted. Stop.
No, yeah, I can hear you.
Turn it up. Hi, Glenn.
Deborah, how are you? I hear Don in the background too.
I'm well. It's good to see you. How are you?
Well, we're fine. Well, thank you. I mean, the stove isn't fine, but we're fine.
Your stove's not fine?
No, it broke, and to replace it requires a big, major reconstruction. So,
Oh God, I'm sorry. Is it like electric or?
well, the oven is electric, and the top is.
Oh, that stove, your cook stove. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We just bought a new convection oven. I want to say it's Oldfields, but it was down. It's a local business.
Right. Oldfield is now called
Kelly's. It wasn't Kelly's. Come to think of it, it's a place out on Wilson, Evergreen.
Okay.
And they had some really good deals and some nice ones, but huge. They have a delay in delivering our oven of 10 weeks. Is that what your situation is too?
Yeah, we have to get a generic because we have a downdraft, and the Thermador won't fit here, and the oven sizes have changed since we last put it in. Hence, all the countertop rearrangement, and it's 6 inches wider and 3 inches longer, and we have to buy what they call the Euro model that they put in apartments because that's all to a film.
Oh gosh. So it'll be like what, 2022 or 2020?
End of March. So not bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not bad. No, yeah. Don took our oven out so that we could measure, so I could get those measurements to Evergreen. And we thought it'd be just a couple of days or maybe, a week. And so we have this big hole in our count, where ours goes. And good grief. So other than that, your family's good?
Yeah.
Everybody's happy and healthy?
2 seconds. I'm going to try to lighten my face up here.
Are we the only ones on?
I'm sorry? Oh, I turned the light on so I can see better.
Are we the only ones on this Zoom call?
Yeah. Down at the bottom of the thing, it says participants, and it's you and I, too.
Oh, yeah, there's two. I see that. Okay, Grace has been just wonderful. This is my first Zoom call.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sort of, I don't know, what is the word? I don't know, in awe and hoping that everything works out okay. Grace is going to run the PowerPoint that I put together, and we'll see how it goes. How many people usually do this?
We usually have 20 to 23, something like that.
Oh, that's good. A lot of people show up then. That's great. That's great.
Some people have conflicts during the noon hour, but it's fine. And the reason I'm on early is that, this is probably, meeting presenter is probably Chris. No, that's you. We're now doing some visiting.
Say it again.
We're doing some visiting. It's like we walked into a meeting and we got a chance to check with people.
I got to do that differently this week so that I don't lose people like I did last week. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Real good. Let's see. I've got to change my face here.
I see no face.
Well, that's because there we go.
There you are. Hi.
There I am.
Nice to see you.
It always comes in, just defaults towards the meeting presenter. I'm using the district's Zoom website. So we're the early ones there. We've got a really full program today, just to warn you. Looking forward to hearing what you have to say.
Thank you. I've spent a lot of time on it. I hope it makes sense.
Do you want to share your screen for it?
Grace is doing all of that for me because guess what? This is my first Zoom call ever.
Oh, okay.
So and also I have extremely slow internet.
Okay.
Extremely slow. So she's agreed to just help. She'll just walk us. She'll hit all the buttons to move it through, and it'll
Sure.
go quite quick. It's about 12 minutes is
Okay.
all. So
Great.
people should have a little bit of time for questions if they have any. Let's see, what was it? Glenn, you were saying something about their pretty good participation, it sounds like, in the weekly meetings. Apologies for not being one of the participants.
Usually 20 plus.
just-
And Chris has
Yeah,
added
that's good.
this portion so we can visit before the meeting, because during the
I
meeting,
like it.
we'll get a chance. Yeah, there you go.
Well, last week I tried these breakout sessions, and the idea is that you can sit and talk to 2 or 3 different people, but I accidentally cut the meeting off. Anyway, so I'm not going to do that quite that way this week until I know what I'm doing.
You know, I cannot imagine trying to be a teacher right now. And I'm a teacher by trade for many years. And to try and, I mean, I have no problems. Hey, Walt. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Grace.
Hi.
I have no trouble with the teaching, the delivery of the instruction. But how do you use it? How in the world would you do this on a computer? I just know that it's awful.
Been a learning curve.
I would imagine. God. So anyway, hats
it's a
off to
good thing.
teachers.
Learning is a good thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's so true.
You look like you're up in front of a classroom there, Chris.
That's right. That and this is my, oh man, those virtual things there it is.
Yeah.
That's my, I'm so old, I remember when we used to bring apples to teachers.
Oh,
Me too.
All of us are, Chris.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
You're not alone in that group.
you are not alone there. Hey, Kathy. Hi.
I'm good. How about you?
speaking of being old,
Good.
What?
there's a link that Lane County put out where you can pre-register for your
Yes.
vaccines. I don't know
Yep.
if you all
I'm
saw
gonna
it.
put it on, I'm gonna put it on our chat right now.
Oh,
Sharon
good.
and I
So
registered
excited
today.
Yeah, we just
That's
got
great.
registered.
Yep, so
Feels
did I.
good to at least be pre-registered.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, let's see.
Excuse me, I've got soup on the stove.
So
Pour me some.
my favorite school story. When Sharon
Yeah.
was the kindergarten teacher, and we traveled, we always had to pick up a stuffed animal for the kids because they would take that home, take the stuffed animal home with them, and then write a little narrative of my week with the animal. And then bring that back to the class. So we were in we were in the Bordeaux region, and our bus driver was pulled over by the police because there they have little discs and they can check your speed for the last 2 weeks and write you a ticket if you've exceeded that. So these policemen climb on the bus to check us out with these crazy Americans. And my wife walks up with her stuffed animal and says, "Would you pose for a picture so I can take it back to my classroom?" They couldn't get off that bus fast enough. So they were very kind. They
That's
said, "These
good.
crazy Americans want us to hold stuffed animals." Yeah,
That's a great story. That's a great story.
so that was my best Christmas or my story. Go back to school story.
Deborah, this is John. It's
Can
really
I
nice to
tell-
see you.
Oh, hi, John. Good to see you too.
Yeah,
Chris,
Deborah, how come you don't come to our meetings more often? Deborah?
Oh, me. Oh, I was afraid it was me.
I mean, yeah, we miss you, and it's like, this is really.
Oh, thank you. Hi, thank
It's
you.
really come.
What you missed, Kathy, was
I'm
this is her first
so-
one. This is her
I
first
know.
meeting.
This is my first Zoom meeting.
Can you
There's
believe
that,
that?
and there's also, I'm embarrassed. Also, here's an excuse. I had surgery 2 weeks ago. but I'm really well. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm totally back. Here I am. Well, I will
Well,
come
we're
every
glad
time
you're
and I look at all your faces and I'm so happy to see them.
Oh, it's so good to see you too, Deborah. Oh my gosh.
Hi,
And
Jean.
everybody. Kathy, hi. Hi, Debbie.
Hello.
Grace,
You're
Sean's
our
here.
official reader today, aren't you, Jean?
Yeah, I am. I'm official.
She's making up for lost time.
Lost
Yeah.
time.
Hi, Glenn. Hi, Nita.
Hi, Jean.
Wait,
Grace is
Anita?
here. Hi, Nance.
Where's Sean?
Anita's on?
Anita's there.
Hey,
There.
good to see you, John. Hi, Anita. Good grief. Where
Hi,
are you?
Deb.
You look like
I am
you're in a,
A saint's
you're in,
shrine in southern Sin today. In my imagination.
I was gonna say, it looks like Istanbul. It was a cathedral someplace in Istanbul. That's
No,
beautiful.
it's Pakistan. It's southern Sind, actually.
Nice
Nice
to see
Deborah.
you.
Hi,
Thank
Jesse.
you. Thank you.
Chris, this is
Yeah.
John. Would you get the greeter and thought for the day for next week? I've got to take my dog to the vet.
Okay,
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry.
I sure will.
Thank you.
I
Hi,
can,
Jesse.
I can be
Jesse, can you
greeter.
hear us?
John,
Jesse. Hello,
I can-
Jesse,
I can be the greeter.
for
Oh.
next week.
I
Who
guess
said
we're
that?
calling you, Chris, because he left. I can be the greeter.
Okay, Anita agreed.
Okay.
Haven't done that for a while.
Hi, Walt. What's for lunch?
I haven't even started the
Soup.
meeting yet, so I'll ask
Soup.
again in case somebody's
Celery
burning
leek
desire.
Ooh, that looks
Ooh,
This is
Yes,
Oh,
please.
Walt,
fun.
I think you should cater that for everybody.
yeah.
I wish I could. If I could, I would, Anita. I'd have everybody over for lunch.
yeah.
I would stop by and pick it up. You could just leave it out on your porch.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Yes.
Deborah, I
Well,
was going to say, having such virtual backgrounds is the way that some of us who, like you, normally travel a lot, this is how we can cope, by having different
God,
virtual
isn't that
realities.
true? We are missing it so much, and boy, it's a lovely background, Anita. It's just beautiful. Just a beautiful.
Okay.
Is it a mosque or is it an Orthodox?
No, it's
Is it
actually,
Orthodox?
actually a saint's shrine where he was buried in
Wow, that's
Southwest Sind.
beautiful.
Hi, John. And here comes, well, I think Ron Stick is trying to get in.
Yeah, I see his mouth.
Yeah, we
Jesse's
only see his
there.
mouth, not his eyes.
I'm so happy to see you guys. I can't wait until we're all together and we can grab each other and
I
oh
know.
my God.
Yeah.
You should participate
long's
more
that
in
meeting
our virtual, we have these every week.
I know.
You know, you can log on from wherever you are.
He has
Yep.
been.
Everybody just do this and I will.
Yeah.
I'm coming,
Okay.
I'm back.
It is good to see people.
You guys, I'm gonna start the
It
meeting since
is.
it's noon, shall I? We have a really packed schedule today.
Yeah.
So there's the bell. Welcome to the February 4th Rotary Meeting, virtually from wherever you are. The theme was back to school. I brought an apple
There
for
you
my
go.
teacher, or maybe I'm the teacher because I'm eating an apple. And don't see anything else along that line, so I'm gonna move on. Jean, anything to report as the greeter?
Nothing other than it's always lovely to see your smiling faces. Hello, Lieutenant Vaccinated. Nice to see you. There's too young to get vaccinated. Oh, there she is. Hi, Grace.
No,
And
he's
Ron.
out there defending all of us.
Yep. Oh, there's Jesse. Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, nope. I
Speaking
think
of
we're good.
vaccinated,
Oh,
I want
Grace,
to-
hi.
I
Yeah,
want
we-
to draw your attention to the chat box. If Debbie, if you go down and find the chat down there, you will see a link, and that link is provided to us courtesy of Anita. Came from the U of O, and it's so you can get pre-registered with the county for your vaccine. So
It's not in-
follow that
Thank you,
link.
Anita.
Huh?
It's not in the link. It's not in the chat
Not
box.
in the chat box.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. I see it in my
Yes,
chat.
it is.
It was and is now left.
I
Well,
don't see it
Oh,
at
there's
all.
still there. Still there.
What-
Still there.
What happens is if you put a link in too soon, anybody that logs on after the link.
okay, we're
can't
there.
see it.
Okay,
I
Grace.
did it again. Thank
Okay.
you for that lesson. Didn't
So-
know that. Okay.
My word to the wise, if you are gonna get your second shot, plan a little downtime afterwards. I
Yeah.
didn't get sick at all, but a number of our workforce was decimated by folks who went down after the second shot, and we didn't plan for it appropriately. So if you have a workplace that you're coordinating vaccines with, stagger the receipt of that second shot a little bit so that you can keep continuity of operations and not worry about, whether a whole watch will call it sick.
Okay.
Was it Moderna or Pfizer?
Moderna.
Yeah, I heard the Moderna one
Is
has a
worse.
much worse effect on the second shot. But
Yeah.
some of us are so anxiously awaiting our
Yeah.
shots. And so actually what I sent to both Grace and to Chris, I mean, I was notified about it by the U of O, but it's a Lane County health thing. And if you haven't yet registered, this is the way you will be notified when you can get a shot. Lane County just put this up. It's a brand new thing. So definitely, I mean, I've registered. I know Grace has since registered. Everybody I've told about it has been excited because at least now we're on a list somewhere.
Okay, I put it in the chat box again because a few of you just joined. And as I see other people join, I'll keep putting it in the chat box. But that link is the one you follow to get yourself pre-registered. Let's move on to the thought of the day. Sean, unmute yourself and inspire us.
I'm unmuting and I'll have to be off video due to technical issues. This is
Okay.
from Colin Powell. Good leaders set vision, missions, and goals. Great leaders inspire every follower at every level to internalize their purpose and to understand that their purpose goes far beyond the mere details of their job. When everyone is united in purpose, a positive purpose that serves not only the organization, but also hopefully the world beyond it, you have a winning team. Colin Powell.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was lovely.
That makes me think about our visioning committee that we're working on that. And this weekend, I'm going to be working on questions for the visioning team. So I'm just going to put the link for that Lincoln County website where you can get pre-registered. I see a few of you just joined us. So if you didn't get it, it's in the chat box. Okay, Annette.
Laura, we got some new people. Leslie, welcome. And Laura,
Hi, sorry.
good to see you guys.
Hey, good to see you.
Oh, here comes Renee.
Okay. Hi, Renee.
Hi, everyone.
Yay.
I'm looking for announcements. Greeters next week, Anita said she would do, but how about an inspiring thought for the day next week? Who's in the mood for that?
Good day on Thursday.
You're talking, Laura, is that you?
Me, I'll do it.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, Kathy, why don't you update us on the fundraising very, very briefly? And I don't see Tanya here, but okay.
Yeah, we're planning on starting the international focus on fundraising here pretty soon. And that's one reason we're starting with the Rwanda English projects today. And Jean is going to be presenting later this month on our international projects in general. Susie has been working really hard to get the homeless project videos and webpage up and running, but it hasn't quite happened yet. So we're going to circle around to the homeless focus at a later time at Susie's request. So yeah, so the international, we're going to have it as the focus for sure for the month of March and part of February. And we're culminating the fundraising with an event and it's going to be Cooking with Tanya. Now, Tanya is going to, today, Chris has some pictures of the different options that we have to cook, and we'll all get together and we'll purchase the ingredients beforehand, and then we'll get together online and cook together and eat one of these
Wow.
meals. Enchiladas rojas, sopa de tortilla, which is tortilla soup, and beef asado. So we get to choose, and it sure would be nice to make all of them, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So
Well, for first, we can choose.
yeah, and so this will happen. I'm thinking we have trivia night March 6th, right, Nancy? The 5th? Okay. Is that a Friday?
Yes.
Okay. So 2 weeks after that would be the 19th. So we're looking at March 19th, as long as it's okay with Tanya, for our cooking night. So everybody just kind of mark that on your calendar tentatively, and we'll for sure have a date firmed up by then.
Is she also going to teach us how to make really good margaritas?
Oh, really? Is she or is?
No, is she?
Well, you guys get a hold of her.
You better have that on the request.
I think so. Either that or sangria.
Or there's somebody else in the club who makes some pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Nancy and Walt do a dynamite
Nancy
job
and Walt,
with,
I think. Yeah.
yeah, with their margaritas. Nancy, you're muted.
Yeah, our recipe's pretty simple.
Oh, that's okay. We go with simple.
Yeah, simple's good.
But
Yeah.
I think that's a real nice combination. We'll do the cooking and then well, probably first we'll do the margaritas and then the cooking. Yeah, makes cooking easier, right?
Makes cooking
Yeah.
much more fun.
Chris, are you going to do the poll on what we're going to?
Yeah, and somehow I deleted it, so I'm going to do it next week.
Oh, okay. Or I guess we could just write down whether you want to do the enchiladas, sopa.
Okay, you can put it in the chat box to everyone. The first option is enchiladas. The second option is tortilla soup. And the third one is a beef asado.
So just type into everyone which one you prefer.
But aren't you going to offer this to the larger
Yes, we will.
membership too?
Mhm.
Well, I thought we would just
But we
decide.
get to choose.
I already decided, but I thought I should override my decision and let you guys in on the decision.
Oh, I
And
see.
then how do you?
We're
I
just
need to let-
choosing one. We have to choose one.
Yes,
Oh, I see. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we'll
she's
just
going
do
to
the-
send out the ingredients ahead of time, so we're all ready, and then she's
Got it.
gonna do it on Zoom call. So it's gonna be fun.
Okay, that would
So
be
we'll
fun.
count up later and we'll let you know what the winner was.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it.
Leslie, what do you have?
Question, can we get the recipes for all of this if we can't attend?
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's a fundraiser, so it might cost you.
Okay, that's okay.
But anyway, Tanya will be sending out the ingredients, so we all have the ingredients, and she'll lead the process, and we can just put our computers in our kitchen and away we go, or our telephones or whatever. So we're gonna try it out. It ought to be fun, chaotic,
Date?
ridiculous, and then we can eat.
Date one more time?
Hey, Camille.
19th.
Did you say the 14th? When did you say, Kathy?
Then the 19th of March.
Okay.
Maybe she could send the recipes even afterwards for all three of them in case we wanted to make them on our own afterwards.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or a three-part fundraiser.
Kathy will be coordinating with Tanya for the time, so I'm,
Okay.
that's all good ideas. We're making this up as we go along. It'll be fun.
So I have,
Yeah.
has everybody responded?
I don't know.
I don't think everybody's down there.
I'm
yet.
gonna save the chat later and look at it later. I can't run it's too multitasking for me to do both.
Well, I just did it and but I'm coming up with soup winning by a margin.
Yay! That's what I want.
Too.
So, okay.
I was just gonna make the decision for soup, and then I thought, oh, that's not very Rotarian. I probably should include you guys. So that was me trying to be Rotarian. Let's see, we've got Rotary trivia. Oh, no, let's back up and do, let's see, is there somebody here from the airport club? I don't see anybody. They were going to be here today to talk about roses. Their rose fundraiser
Not
is,
airport, it's Fern Ridge, isn't it?
It's Fern Ridge, Chris.
oh, sorry, yes, you're right.
And one of them was going to be here today. They are doing that. And it was really nice that Deanna put the order form online. So it's
Yeah.
really easy for any of us to just sign up and then you'll have Valentine roses delivered. But Deanna Brandt from Fern Ridge is coordinating it.
Right. Deanna sent it out with the spin-off email. So you got it as a separate poster last night. Okay. Do we have a sergeant at arms, Grace?
Unless Doug Mozan wants to do it. Go, Doug. Go, Doug. Lieutenant Vac.
Okay, I'll do it.
Thanks.
All right, so everybody here saw the PPE thing I sent out to everyone for your small businesses. If you have PPE already, or rather, if you don't have any PPE for your business, then go ahead and contribute $2.
All
'Cause
right.
you should have PPE now, especially that it's free. You have no excuse.
The only business I have is monkey business, so how do I do that?
Yeah, I get that. So then for the rest of you, let's just hear some happy dollars.
What is happening?
I've got
People gotta be
$5
happy.
happy.
What, John?
Oh, I got 5. I was able to tour the Central Oregon Veteran Ranch this week, and it gave me a lot of ideas for the veterans housing project that I'm working on over in Redmond.
Awesome.
So it was a good time.
Very
And
cool.
you know you
Beautiful
can-
view, by the way.
You can put your happy dollars online on the membership tab of our website. Handy dandy. You can also pay your dues there. Handy dandy.
Sean,
All right.
where are you right now?
These are the
Oh, I'm
customers.
in my front yard.
Wow.
That's I got a lot to mow.
Who else has happy dollars? Really?
Bunch of grouches today, Nancy.
I'll contribute 5 happy dollars. I'm really happy to see Deborah here and hope to see Dawn again sometime soon. So we've missed you, Deborah.
Both Deborahs. I thought it'd be Snyder too.
What's that?
Okay, all right. All right, I have 5 happy dollars. I have 10 happy dollars. All right, make it 15 happy dollars because I'm here.
20.
And I'm happy to see you all and thank you. And I'm glad I'm not in person because you'd all be beating me up. And Donald is working downstairs. I'll ask him to come up.
Oops.
One moment, and he can come up and say hello. Yeah, Jesus. So 15 happy dollars, and then I'll figure out how to get it to the club by
You go
calling
on
one
the-
of you.
Online.
Go on, yeah, the club
Website.
website, if you get the membership tab, and then you'll see it.
I'll put the link in the chat.
Okay.
For all of those that know where the chat
Thanks,
is, the link will
Rose.
be in the chat. You bet.
Okay.
Well, I have-
there.
Susie,
A bunch of mics have come off. So who else has happy dollars?
Me,
Go ahead, Susie.
I have 5 happy dollars because I'm so happy that we finally have a place we can go to register to get vaccinated.
Yes,
Yeah. Linda, you got happy dollars?
I should have 5 happy dollars because I just completed my registration for my
Wow.
vaccine.
Yay!
So I'll give 5 happy just for that.
Ron's got fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
I just have a question. I'm happy also. I have registered, but I'm actually happy because if Sean is happy, I'm happy. And Sean, I still owe you a beer, so let's get together.
Awesome.
Where do
Hi,
we
Dawn.
go to,
Hi, Dawn.
where do we go to
We're all
register?
vaccinated. We can get together.
Thanks for the happy dollars, Don.
I don't know if my mic's on.
Yep.
Go ahead,
Is it
John.
working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody asks you, because I registered also, but if anybody asks you, I'm 87. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to give $5 because I have my first tomato set on my tomato in my greenhouse. So
Oh.
I will expect to have my own salsa by April.
Woo!
Remember,
Make it March and you
87,
can use it for our cooking show.
Very good. Thank you.
Go ahead, Nancy.
Well, I have 10 happy dollars for all the jigsaw puzzle enthusiasts in this club. I know that Don and Deborah
Got two more for you.
Debbie have helped us through this with loaning us puzzles, and we've been exchanging. And the most recent one, Glenn, it's a loan from Glenn, and
Oh.
Cabernet, and it's a mystery jigsaw puzzle. And if you've never seen these, you read the story and then you have to figure out who did it. But the puzzle doesn't look like this. You don't know what the puzzle looks like that you're putting together. And
Oh, cool.
he has really challenged us.
Oh my gosh.
And,
Can you imagine that I got a mystery about wine? I can't believe I did that.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's funny.
Any more happy dollars?
There's Don.
Okay, go ahead, Debbie.
Well, I'm happy
Yes.
for I'm happy for our Interact students. The tutoring program has now been picked up by Ben and Medford. Also, we sent out emails to the entire zones of the United States and 4 zones in Canada, and it is going viral. South Carolina's on board, Virginia's on board. So I'm super, super proud of our Interact students.
Yeah.
Okay.
Debbie, that would be that would be a wonderful story to send into the Rotarian magazine.
So we tried to do that. There's some interesting stipulations about putting stuff into the Rotary magazine. So we're trying to do that. Interesting enough, it takes 18 months to get something into the Rotary magazine, which surprised the heck out of me. But we are, you'll probably see next week in our district newsletter, I've written a ditty and I'm going to submit that probably today. So it's, yeah, they're amazing. The students have really pulled this off. And what I really loved about Rotarians across the nation is so many of them responded so positively to Walker. She's our junior that sent out the email, and governors have contacted her and Rotaractors and just commending her for her efforts and her leadership. So not only is it a great program, but our kids are really getting some great self-esteem and leadership skills by doing this. So it's impacting so many different areas. Even the parents have written into us about how much they appreciate the tutoring. And one of the quotes was that her child advanced in a math class. Her 8th grader went up 2 levels in math due to the tutoring of our students. So there's so many success stories around it that just make my heart sing. I'm awfully proud of them.
Oh, that is cool.
That's awesome.
Really is.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Well,
All right,
good
I'll close it up.
job.
I've got, what's that?
Good job.
I've got 10 happy dollars for Renee because HIV Alliance is amazing with her leadership. They helped us get a Sharps box a second Sharps box into Washington Jefferson Park with all those campers there, and a Sharps box into Monroe Street Park, where we've had some problems with needles showing up in the playgrounds. And that's just phenomenal. Harm reduction is the way to go, and we need to make it easy to comply. So
Good job.
thanks, guys.
Good job. Okay, well, I'm going to take 5 minutes and I'm going to experiment on you guys again with breakout rooms. Anita and her assistant, Matt, gave me a little bit of coaching, so we're going to see how this works. I have a question. I want each breakout room to come back with an answer, a 1-word answer. What is the best thing about Southtowne Rotary Club? And you'll each have to agree on 1 word. Not going to be easy, I'm not going to give you very long. So come back with one answer, okay? And it won't be too long. Let's see, I'm going to do 6 breakout rooms, I think. 5. Okay? See you in a minute.
Okay. What do you think? I gotta join it first. Here we go.
Deborah, it should have asked you to join. There you go. And Ron and Jesse, it should have asked you to join one. Are you on your phone, Jesse? It looks like you're frozen.
Well, we're back.
Well, we don't know what specifically.
Fast. How long are you going to give him, Chris?
You got 15, or let's see, you got 49 seconds. And then they're gonna make you come back.
Gotta go get the puppy.
Chris, I have a question for you about what appeared in the spinoff for next week.
Okay.
Next week's program. But I can email you about it instead if you want. But there's a conflict. The title says one thing and the description of the program says something else.
Okay. Email me about it. I don't have a clue.
Okay. All right.
Off the top of my head.
Okay.
Okay, everybody's coming back. I want to hear 5 different words.
This ought to be interesting.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Hello.
First, I want to commend Chris. It worked. Yay.
I'm afraid to touch anything, Anita.
It worked.
This breakout room thing is right in the middle of my screen, and I'm not even going to shut it because I don't want to lose you like I did last week. Okay, so a representative from each group, will you tell us your word? Please.
We were in group 1 and we said passionate.
Okay.
I don't know our group number, but our word was service.
Service, thank you.
Group 2 said friends.
Friends.
Group 4 said passion also.
Oh, good.
And group 5 said dedication if it's one word.
No, but we had 2 words.
Yeah, but she wanted one word, right? But,
Yeah, but
dedicated members.
Dedicated members.
Yes.
I know that was hard, just to come down to one word, and that was the whole idea, that and not losing you during a breakout session. So thanks to Anita for a little education, and to Matt, her assistant, who helped me out a lot. Now let's get back to the regular meeting. Now that I'm done playing with my lab rats, I mean you guys. Kathy is going to introduce our program today. Remember that, Kathy?
I do actually, yeah.
Chris, before you do that, please make me co-host.
Share with me.
I'm going to be running the video.
I did make you co-host.
Oh, I am?
You're running the whole PowerPoint.
Yes. Okay, yeah, I see it now. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So our presenter today is Deborah Steely. Initially, Don and Deborah co-directed the project that we're going to learn more about today. We have not seen them in quite a while. They spent a year in Cambridge and returned in March. And then, well, you did come to one meeting, I think, in March, that one meeting that we had, didn't you? I think so.
Possibly.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
It was a happy hour.
Will be so much
Yeah.
Yeah. So Don and Deborah have spent their careers in education, writing curriculum, teaching, reforming low-performing schools. Their work has taken them all over the United States, the Pacific Islands, and recently to Africa. Don is currently designing curriculum for an international NGO, and Deborah is directing the Rwanda English Project. So I'm happy to say that the Rwanda English Project was awarded a district grant this year. And today, Deborah is going to update us on their project in Rwanda. Go for it.
All righty, here we go. First, I want to begin by thanking Southtowne for this invitation to share an update on our project. And I want to thank Grace for helping get this PowerPoint and videos to you. We have very iffy internet. So Grace, I have to admit that I've changed some of the wording, so it may not match exactly what's on this slide, but I'll just ask you to advance it if that's okay.
Okay, hang on a sec.
Okay.
Let you know that I forgot to turn on the video, so I'm starting over here, sorry. Okay, and share sound, there we go. All right.
Thank you, Southtowne, for okay, let's go to the next slide, please. Before I describe what's happening with the project now, I'd like to give you just a brief background because so much has happened in the past couple of years. In 2015, Donna and I visited Rwanda, and we met many people there, and we actually fell in love with the country. It was remarkable. There are 14 million people living in a country that's about a third the size of Oregon. It is clean, it is well governed, and it is corruption free, which is completely unique in Africa with the exception of one or two other countries. And we just decided we wanted to participate in their efforts to rise out of the worst genocide in the history of humanity. And I say that because more people were killed in a shorter time than in any other time in history that we know of anyway. But now, 25 years later, this country is a shining light in Africa. It is number 3 in it being a destination for conferences and conventions. And as I said, I can walk around, not kidding, the capital city of Kigali, this blonde-haired white woman by herself at night, and I'm completely safe. Thank you. So in 2015, actually before that, in the 2000s, in 2008, they officially changed the language of Rwanda, the national language, from French, just a little nervous, from French to English. And so in so doing, they did this in response to the French who supported the 1994 genocide, and with the recognition that English is the international language of commerce and industry. One more down. So starting in the 2000s, the early 2000s, schools began to gradually add grades mandated to be taught in English. We went to Rwanda to train teachers to use a spoken English program for their students. And so we launched that project in 2016 with the assumption that our teachers who had been required to speak in English for almost 16 years, some of them, would be quite fluent. And instead we found that our teachers could not, most all of them were not at all fluent in English. In fact, in what is called the upcountry schools where we work, only about 7% of them could speak English well enough to be taught in English or to teach a program or to teach English. So our focus shifted from training teachers to use a program to using the program to teach the teachers to speak English. And the next slide, please, Grace. So to date, we provided spoken English to it's actually 250 public school teachers, which has impacted you figure about 100 students per teacher, not kidding. We've also trained or provided instruction for government leaders in the local district, as well as what are referred to as bike boys and shopkeepers. Our bike boys are men who ride bicycles between the small communities and make their money by taxing citizens of those communities. To do this, we've trained about 25 instructors, 15 coaches, and 5 managers. The program we use and the way that makes this possible, guys, is that we use a program that is highly prescriptive. So basically, it's a program that the instructors read off of a tablet. Requires a lot of training, as our direct instruction people in this audience know, and a lot of management to be done as it was intended when it was designed. As we've implemented this program in these schools, our learning curve has just been like this and really exciting. When we first implemented in 2016, we had very positive post-test results indicating that our just 2 months of instruction that Dawn and I did about killed us, provided about 300% improvement in their use and understanding of English. So we thought we needed to train instructors to continue. That was kind of a baby pilot at that point. We began the training, and then we realized that the focus had to be on shifting all of our efforts to getting people on the ground there, the set of skills they would need to continue with what we found to be a successful implementation of a spoken English program. And so we developed a model for training that I wanted to share with you. And excuse this terrible slide. I absolutely adore my husband, but he's a complicated man and he sort of thinks we all are. So don't look at anything except the top left part. In the left-hand column, it says teachers. The next one says instructors, then coach, trainer, and manager. Essentially, when we are invited into schools and we are swamped with invitations, we go in, place and group teachers into the direct instruction program that we brought with us. We also place their admin and their staff. Our experienced instructors provide about 2 months of instruction for the new teachers and administrators. At about that time, high-performing participants begin to show themselves. And when they reach a certain level in the program, they then themselves are trained to be instructors. And they are provided the coaching by our experienced instructors who are elevated to that status via training. So high-performing teachers become high-performing instructors. They become instructors. The good ones become coaches. The good coaches become managers. The managers are the people who are being trained when I have time to do it and money and COVID is gone. They will be trained to instruct coaches and other managers. So the whole object of this is to make it as sustainable as possible, because otherwise we're just another Western NGO that goes in, dumps a bunch of money and leaves, with the tractors rotting in the fields. So what we wanted to do, and was really important to us, is that we make it sustainable, and I think it's going to work. It seems to be. Now, the model in the community that you're looking at right now is essentially the same. The only difference is that now we're going to give the program to these entrepreneurs, essentially. We'll rent them the equipment, we'll provide two years of coaching, and we will set them up in a tutorial service. All of the Rwandans that I know, and probably anyone who works in Africa knows this, in any country that I've ever worked, and I've been in Nigeria, and Uganda, Kenya, and Rwanda, all of our teachers work second jobs. So they are jumping at the opportunity to be able to start their own tutoring business. And we really want to support this. In the next 2 videos, and for your information, we have 2 community groups going right now. And one of them, they are spaced quite a distance apart. And the dream is, actually that slide in front of you is our dream, but because of COVID, I've not gotten beyond just instructing the participants. We're not at a point yet where we can identify and train, because I can't go in and my managers are locked down as well. So everything is pretty much on a standstill at this point. So the next two slides are of the spoken English instruction post-COVID, since COVID has happened. I want to tell you the sound is not good because the videos are filmed in classrooms, which again, if you're familiar with African schools, they're always concrete and they echo and they're loud and strident. The accents are difficult to understand, but just for your information, our first teacher, Lydia, who's 8 months pregnant, is asking the question, which is hotter, the tea or the juice? So proceed please to the next one and put that video on, please.
Which is hotter, the tea or the juice? Get ready. The tea. Yes, the tea. Say the sentence about the tea. Get ready. The tea is hotter than the juice. Good. The tea is hotter than the juice. Which is colder, the tea or the juice? Get ready. The juice. The juice. Good. Say the sentence. Get ready. The juice is colder than the tea. Yes, the juice is colder than the tea.
Just 1 second, Grace. I mentioned that Lillian is one of our instructors, as I mentioned, and she's very experienced and she's wonderful. 50% of our instructors and managers are women, and on that note, over 60% of the government of Rwanda is comprised of women. The next, this instructor, Lillian, and the next one I'll show you, Alexis, is working with one of the 3 new schools we started in September. So next slide, please, Grace.
Which is hotter?
The next video, please.
The man is thinking. Say the sentence. Get ready. The man is thinking. Who is writing? Get ready. The man. Yes. Listen. Who is reading? Get ready. The boy. Good. Listen. What is this person doing? Get ready. Writing. Yes, writing. Say the sentence about this person. Get ready. This person is writing. Yes, this person is writing.
As you can see, we use equipment for the instruction. Each instructor has a tablet with the downloaded curriculum on it, a laptop with displays and a projector. And you can see that he's working off of a sheet, which we also supply and they nail to the wall. The next video is one of our managers, Alexis. His name is Alexis Nyamgombwa. He is one of our superstars. He's responsible for 3 schools, serving about 50 teachers, around 5,000 kids. This is on top of his full-time job. So our teachers are at work and in classrooms at 7 a.m. They work until 11:30 with their first group of 100 kids. Not kidding. Then they walk home, fix lunch for their husbands, or they eat lunch. They come back, they teach another 100 until 4:30. At 5 o'clock, our instructors go to schools or they report to the classrooms to teach direct instruction spoken English for an hour and a half. And then our teachers and instructors go home. They have a 12-hour day, 5 days a week. As of about 3 days ago, well, it's been 2 weeks, they shut us down because they have a curfew in Rwanda now. So we're not able to run the project, but we're not able, it really feels bad to me to have my teachers walking in the dark, and they always walk. They walk 5 or 6 miles home. So we're hoping that we can begin instruction a bit later on another topic, sorry. Anyway, this is Alexis Nyamgombwa. You'll hear him speak. will make several grammatical errors and some challenges, and has some challenges in vocabulary, but I think you'll understand what he is saying. Alexis, as well as all of the other instructors, most of the teachers also speak a language called Kinyarwanda, which is their native language, French, and Swahili. This is his fourth language. So let's show the video, Grace.
Hi everyone, I am Alexis Nyong'onwa. I am in Rwanda, Bugesera District, Eastern Province. I am the manager of the program DISE, Direct Instruction Spoken English in Rwanda. I wish to share with you an information how I feel about this program. This is a very beautiful program which helped people, especially teachers, society, and the surroundings to speak in English fluently. Let me give you an example of how this program helped me. There are years ago, starting this program, we started this program while I was unable to speak in English as well as it is. But from when we started this program, you can hear that many things changed a lot. I am able to speak as well as tease. I am able to express my ideas in public, and I am able to express my views in front of many people. Not
In January of 2020, we received some really good news. In fact, it was the next slide, please, Grace. Some very, very exciting news. The Rwanda Education Board certified the Rwanda English Project, which means that we are, down arrow please, it is similar to being on the state-approved curriculum list here in the US. This means that we have access to the kids' daily schedule. And that means it is time to scale up. As I mentioned earlier, our instruction has to happen after school. Our dream was to bring this project to teachers that they could then implement in their classrooms, the English classrooms. Until that certification, we were barred from that schedule. Now we have access to the schedule. But here's the dilemma. Our teachers still don't speak English well enough to implement in the schools, in enough schools. We're only in 9 schools. There are 30,000 schools in Rwanda. And all of these teachers are required to speak in a language they do not speak. So our choice was, do we go into classrooms and teach a few English teachers who do speak English, or do we continue with the model we have in place now? And that was our decision. We decided we just develop a scale-up model, which would allow us to get to more teachers who could get to more kids. So here's where we are. Currently, just sort of for your information, we do have a rehab center that has rescued girls and children off the streets of villages and in Kigali, that we are providing instruction for their service providers, and also many teachers in that rehab center. They provide instruction for children in the rehab center. We also are providing instruction for new novice teachers, the intern teachers at a teacher training college. The Bugesera district, Bugesera is the district we work in, and the mayor came to us, which was like the governor coming to us and asking, will you please teach my staff English? So we jumped on that. And then we have, as I mentioned, 2 community groups in Yamata and Mayanji, plus the 9 public schools. And let's go to the next slide, please, Grace. This is how we plan to move forward. We're just going to scale up. Please just go on through to the next, please. Yeah, we're going to scale up through Bugesera And in Bugesera district, we have probably another 30 or 40 schools to do or so. We'll be working in schools and communities. And once we work out the bugs, the only thing standing between us and the rest of the country is our ability to raise money. And right now, our funding sources are a foundation that we work very closely with, as well as private individuals. You know who you are. And we have a district grant. Thank you so much, Southtowne. Thank you so much. And I'm spending my time seeking larger grants, and I'm learning to do that. Fortunately, Donald is really quite adept at grant writing. He's really busy, but he can pretty much guide me. And so I'm working, it's all about money now. We're right down. We've got this perfect thing. We just have to have the money to do it. And it just is going to take a lot to go much bigger and a lot of time commitment on our part. So we're waiting for COVID to be done, as we all are. And we are also hopeful that we're going to be able to create a steady stream of revenue so we can make this happen. So, the money goes for training. We have to pay our participant. I'm expensive because I have to fly there. We don't pay ourselves anything, but the cost of the flight is immense. And of course I have to stay in a decent place where I can sleep without bugs and, be safe. And we pay our participants. We have to pay our teachers to come to training instruction because they need that money. We also, of course, pay our instructors, coaches, and managers, and we buy and maintain all of that equipment. Next Step gives us the equipment, but it has to be shipped or put into suitcases and taken there, which always costs money. And we can go right on to the next one. The way forward for us is we're just excited as we could possibly be about this project. When I began research or getting ready for this training, presentation, I started going through videos and I got so excited to see these people again and see the work they're doing and the dedication of people that need this so much and are so excited about it. And they're seeing a lot of progress. They're using it in their classrooms. They're using it in their conversation with one another. It's actually working. And I mean, we're just happy to be doing it. And in fact, it's an immense honor to work with these guys. It's the best work we've ever done. And we've been in this field for, between the two of us, dare I say, close to 80 years. So this is work from our hearts, and it seems to be working. The website, I would invite you to go check that out, is the RwandaEnglishProject.org. There's a really nice video on there that Don did. It's under the tab About Rwanda. It's at the bottom. And if any of you would like to speak with me personally, that's my email. If you would like to support the project, we'd be immensely grateful. And the Rwanda English Project is a 501c3, of course. The only other thing I want to say to you is thank you so much for this opportunity to share the project with you. And if there are any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them.
I imagine there's some questions.
Thanks, Grace.
Unmute yourself if you have a question and just go ahead and ask it.
That was a great program. Deborah, it was nice to hear more details about what you're doing, and it all sounds positive, and you got your work cut out for you ahead, and we look forward to hearing how you're doing.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you. We are talking about, sorry, I just wanted to, at one point, wanted to mention that we're talking about putting together a visit to Rwanda after COVID and things have calmed down. Of course, as you can imagine, we'll get the vaccine before they do, so they're in lockdown almost all the time. But as soon as that's no longer the case, anybody that's interested in joining us there, it's quite a great adventure. Other questions or comments?
Linda does.
Yeah, well, I'm just thrilled to hear the updates and how you're still surviving with all the challenges going on. If people wanted to make a donation, could they send that to an address here in Eugene as well, Deborah? You only gave a email address, but if anyone were interested in a direct donation, what would be the address?
I'm so sorry. That's an oversight on my part and shows you what I'm better at than that. 31952 Bobcat Lane. Is our address by any chance in the DAC?
Their address is in DACDB.
Great.
You can get it.
It is
from
DACDB. Yeah. Thank you. I was hoping so. Thanks for that, Linda.
Yeah.
And it looks like Anita, you want to unmute yourself?
Yeah, I actually just put it in the chat. I just wanted to say I agree. I mean, I want to echo what Jean said and now what Linda said. It was a great update and really glad to hear about all the hard work that you're both putting into this project. Good job.
I really like seeing the results in the videos, just watching them speak really well. I could understand them just fine. Nancy.
Oh, good.
I'll echo what everyone else said. And then the question, are there local Rotary clubs over there that you have been able to work with at all?
What a great question. In the beginning, we teamed with a group, a local Rotary club, and they were young and had just gotten together, and we teamed up with them and talked about different ways to implement. We were looking at all kinds of different ways to get the programs into the hands of Rwandans, either as entrepreneurs or as teachers or however we could figure it out. And we worked with them for about 2 years, just in the form of them giving us contacts and introducing us and hosting us at meetings, and then they dissolved. So about a year and a half ago, I contacted another one, and it was the oldest Rotary club, and I asked them if they would be willing to work with us and to get grants, and they said that they would be, but they were really rude to me, really rude. And I was kind of like to the point of, well, I can do without you, but I will. Thank you for the reminder. I think we need to look farther. There are many Rotary clubs in Kigali, the capital, but they're in French. There's only a couple of English ones, and those are the ones that I'll be contacting. Thank you, Nancy, for that. I need
another comment or follow up. Have you thought about contacting Peace Corps? And I don't know if Peace Corps volunteers go there, but that would be an amazing placement for a Peace Corps volunteer. And
I'd have to figure out what to do with them is the thing. Well, so they have to be trained. How long could I have them?
Well, they're 2 years. It's a 2-year commitment. And the other thing is, a friendship exchange in the future might, I don't know.
Yeah, we talked a lot about that. Camille met with us about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, Camille, and we were talking about setting that up, and it was just it just kind of got lost. But I think that's a really smart thing to do. The task, it's one of those situations, my very good friends in Rotary, where my skill set is honestly in training and implementation and management of this kind of a thing, and not in everything else that I need to do, like split my screen or, just all this is just, you have to do absolutely everything. And it's overwhelming at times. You have to make the phone calls. You have to deal with no, we don't have any money. No, we don't care about you. And then we also have do you know how to do this? No. And it's sometimes I'm just, so thank you for your suggestions. And I will certainly remember to get a hold of Rotary clubs and contact the Peace Corps. I'll talk to you privately about how you can get me in contact with the Peace Corps. That's a good idea. Okay.
Okay, Jean, we got time for one more.
Yeah, I have a question because it does look like the program's growing and expanding, and I know you've worked hard to make it sustainable, and your talents and skills are so specific. So unless you're unlike the rest of us and you're going to work forever, I just wonder if you've kind of thought about an exit strategy and how you're going to make this program sustainable when you're no longer working.
I really want this to go to the district level successfully, and then I want to hand it off. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And we have a person in mind, so that's sort of always there. And that, in the beginning we said let's go do it for a couple of years, and now it's 5 years, and I'm thinking another 5. And yes, I don't want to work forever. No. but I do love the work. But yeah, gee, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you
See you
so
next week.
much,
Debbie.
Wonderful program, Deborah.
Great program. It's
Yeah.
always inspiring to see the work you do over there. I'm going to wrap up the meeting, and then I'm sure Deborah might be able to stay afterwards if you still have one more lingering question. Next week, Susie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I have the mission on the schedule for the program next week.
Well, that's what I thought. I'll
Okay.
confirm with Cheryl. However, the spinoff says that for the title for next week, but then the description is about Linda Carnine and Doug Mozan talking
Oops.
about the situation.
Well,
So
we had a substitute.
yeah, I know.
Anna
I didn't know
was
which
filling in, and so that can happen. We're flying
Okay.
by the seat of our pants through this COVID, you guys. So
Yeah, I
sorry about that.
Madam President, you didn't do your trivia question.
You're right. Thank you very much. Okay, get the chat box open. The trivia question is so easy that if you don't all just get it right off the bat, I'm going to be ticked off. Okay, ready?
Ready.
What is the only satellite club in the district? Nancy got it first. It's the Springs.
I said ours.
Too bad Dawn isn't here to witness how fast everybody got it. Springs, springs, springs. It was springing up everywhere. Okay, so thank you, Grace. Grace keeps me on track, and everybody else does too, and I can't do this without all of you. So make sure that you always attend the meetings so that I never screw up.
Chris, could I make one announcement since we didn't do announcements?
Yeah.
So Sunday, the Interact Kids are hosting a clothing drive, specifically winter clothing, and their proceeds will go to Hosea House in St. Mary's. So the clothing drive is going to be held at University Park from 1 to 3. And that's located like 24th and University. So clean out your closets and drop it off at University Park.
Okay.
What are the hours on that? Debbie, when is that?
1 to 3.
1 to 3?
Mm-hmm.
24th and University?
And this is mostly for kids?
Yeah. Is it
kids? No, everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, Hosea House's age is 16 to 24, and then St. Mary's is all ages.
Okay.
That's a good
Thank you.
topic for a P-mail too.
I just sent you that in an email to asking you to do that.
I just sent one back to you because we'll talk and I'll show you how to do it.
Oh, I thought it was only exclusive for club leadership. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how to be a leader.
Oh, great. That works for me.
I know, because you need to use that frequently. All right, you guys, any other comments, questions?
Yeah,
or-
don't forget about the polio for Dawn and Deborah.
Oh, yes. In honor of you being our program presenter today, we're going to vaccinate 10 kids for polio. And that's what we give every speaker for coming and updating us in projects that are so important. But as you know, polio is very important to Rotary too. So thank you again, Deborah. What else did I forget? Who else has something I forgot? I'm going to have to start giving awards for if I don't forget anything. Anyway, meeting's adjourned.
Thank you, Chris.
Right, yeah.
Thanks.
So, Deborah.
Anita.
Yes. Okay, so at the U of O, we have that, gosh, I forgot the exact title, but we have that office at the U of O where students go to look for jobs. And actually, I was just trying to, let's see if I come up with the right title, but that is what houses the Peace Corps recruiter. So there is, it's the Career Center. I got it.
Okay.
So,
Okay, thank you.
So it's at the Career Center. I actually just went to the U Oregon homepage, and this is actually the best way to get to it. Just go. Is there, Chris, can I share my screen for a second? Is that possible?
Okay, I think I wrote down all that I
Okay,
need.
so
Thank
what
you.
I'm looking at is career.uoregon.edu Peace Corps as one word.
Okay.
Okay. And so the thing is, that's local. But what we have is the regional recruiter is in Seattle. So,
Okay.
and I've communicated a lot with that office also because my department has created a program with them, which is irrelevant really for you. But that would be the best way to start. Now, don't expect they're going to send somebody to you. They're not going to, but they may send whoever's in Rwanda, they may give them some assignments to help you for part of the time that they're there. Because remember, Peace Corps students are sent to a place that is an actual agreement with the country.
Yeah, I think I would really need to spend some time to figure out what to do with them, because everybody has to be trained and managed, and it's really carefully orchestrated throughout the whole effort.
Yeah, and I've never heard.
I just have to figure out.
Yeah, and you can talk with somebody from Peace Corps about that. I have not heard about like a private entity, but this is not for profit connected with Rotary, so it's possible, but this is not something that I've heard of a lot that has existed.
Well, something
Laura's
certainly
saying
to
goodbye. I think
think
everybody
about it.
saying goodbye.
Bye,
Bye,
Laura.
Laura.
Well, thank you for that information. And yeah,
Well, I was not the person who encouraged you to work with Peace Corps. I think that there's a lot of other entities. I think our own Interact clubs, or doing something with Rotary Interact clubs once the restrictions for the pandemic get lifted. But Peace Corps is possible, but it's really a very, it's a diplomatic thing. I believe Peace Corps, I think Peace Corps people may well be sent to Rwanda. I'm not positive. I don't know the countries, but
I would be surprised if they're not.
But the best place to start is with the on-campus Peace Corps recruiter, and I saw that you can call her.
Anita, what I really need, honestly, is I need somebody that can fundraise for me. That's what I can't do. Is there anything at the University of Oregon where they teach kids how to manage projects? Okay.
Yes, at 3 p.m., Planning Public Policy and Management. They even have a program in nonprofit management. And those kids, it's nonprofit.
Wait a minute, what is it?
3 p.m.
Yeah, tell me again about it.
Planning Public Policy.
You're breaking up.
Oh, Planning Public Policy.
Planning Public Policy
and Management, PPPM. And they have.
Trying to get my computer to work.
Within 3 p.m. they have a program in nonprofit management. Now
that'd be great. I'd love to.
They do work with local nonprofits. And so what you might be able to do is get your program part of that.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. That would be that would change it all. Because again, my skill set, I mean, I'm expert at something, but not at everything. And I need to be at everything to make it work. And that's the piece that is so daunting. I've spent the last 2 months, 3 months working with USAID. Oh my God. I mean, trying to get through it's labyrinthine. And, and then COVID came and I had surgery, so I stopped. So they changed my password. So I'm back into this great behemoth of a infrastructure that's just.
I actually think you would be better off. First of all, you would be much better off with talk to people at the not-for-profit management program. Secondly, talk to people at our Rotary, with our Rotary Club, who are, if this is a Rotary project and it's a not-for-profit, then maybe Rotary could be of greater help to you. I don't know. The Rotary part, I don't know squat. But
yeah. But you know, that's not a bad thing. But I do know, honestly, I had one heck of a time getting the district grant.
that was really the easiest type of grant, though, to get compared to, I mean, USAID. Right now, I'm writing a $500,000 grant proposal for USAID. No, it's not USAID, it's the US Embassy, which is the same type of labyrinth thing. But I know how you have to, dot your I's and cross your T's. And I have help from the university. I write it, they put that in legally because it's a university project.
Oh, lovely. And then, so you have a team that works or somebody that actually comes behind you and puts it into the paradigm that they need.
Well, I mean, I do most of it, but they finish it. I mean, that's the value. But it's also that most of the money will go to the university in the costs. We're trying to decide if it's going to be 24% or 42%. It should be 24. Wow. It doesn't. Yeah, but these are negotiated fixed, costs that universities all have with the federal government. This is a very different thing what you're doing. So anyhow, I would talk to the Peace Corps recruiter possibly, but I think an even better path is the not-for-profit management.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Thank you so much, Anita.
Okay.
I'm going to go eat some lunch and ponder. It was a pleasure
I don't know
to
if
speak
Chris
with you.
is still with us. On the meeting presenter might be you. Okay, somebody's with us.
We're gone now. Okay, so I'll see you next week. I will be there. Now, how do you get out of this?
Just click leave. The lower right-hand corner is a red box.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, bye, Deborah.
Bye, Anita.